Samurai were brave, fearless, and loyal warriors of Japan. For centuries, they served daimyos and shoguns, protecting the land they lived in. Samurais underwent harsh training and intense education. Battle proved the samurai's loyalty and worth. The daily life of samurai was very complex, fighting ninjas, patrolling grounds, and surviving the wild. Samurais changed Japan's history in many ways, from defeating enemy clans to even deciding the new empire. The idea of samurai started about 400 years ago. The form of government back then in Japan, when lords ruled land, was called feudalism. The emperor contained and held only little power. Lord landowners, such as the shoguns and daimyos, recruited samurais to protect an area from enemies who wanted to take over the land. Samurais are like soldiers today. They fought with all kinds of weapons to defend a castle, kill rival clan leaders. First, anyone that wanted to be a samurai had to have an ancestor that was a samurai or could own land. Even if you didn't qualify, you can still become a samurai by proving to your lord that you're strong, loyal, capable, and brave. If someone qualified as a samurai, education would begin once as the child was old enough. Education of samurai was tough and difficult. First, students had to learn how to fight. They practiced fighting with swords, yami, in other words, the bow and arrow on horseback, and they also had to learn jujutsu, or wrestling, the art of the unarmed combat. Sometimes, during battle, samurai lose their weapons. Either the sword breaks or they simply lose it. This calls for unarmed fighting. Surprisingly, the samurai students also learned reading and writing. Admiring Japanese Zen art was part of the samurai's education.
The most important part of a samurai's learning was meditation and bushido. Teachers taught the young samurai how to meditate and think quietly. This helped the samurai greatly in battle. Buddhist monks, philosophers, and poets taught their people ethics and how to live a moral life. Bushido, also known as the warrior code, was the honor code samurais lived by their whole life. This code emphasized bravery, self-discipline, loyalty, honesty, honor, and obedience. After samurai students learned this, they got a new hairstyle, a new sword, and left home to defend their land. Samurai life was interesting, yet tough. A samurai would often leave his home for years and months, patrolling his lord's ground for ninja and enemy samurai. At night, samurai would make camp in a tent using rock, caves, and wood from trees. To eat, he would boil dried rice in his helmet and eat it along with any meat he could find or hunt. At night, they had to be careful of ninja, sneaking in to assassinate his lord. After many years of war and battle, samurai retired. Some retired because of old age. Some didn't want to fight anymore. So, after retiring, many samurai became teachers to new samurais, Buddhist monks, philosophers, or even artists. Other samurai suicided to prevent being killed in battle, often considered shameful. Samurai proved their loyalty to their lords in battle. If they were shown responsible for winning the war, they were rewarded riches and land. But Bushido, the samurai honor code, prevented samurai from assassination, spying, or espionage, stuff that were considered dishonorable. So, feudal lords turned to ninjas. Ninjas followed Nimpo, and a code that honored hard work over everything else. Ninjas could dislocate their shoulders to slip from ropes and dislocate their jaws to prevent from spilling important information.
different ways of tactics in military. Samurai started fighting on horseback with the bow and arrow, also known as yami. Samurai practiced using shooting from horses for many years until they can perfect it without even thinking. They also, if a horse was either killed or run off, the samurai could fight on foot. But behind the horsemen were spearmen. Spearmen was used as a second wall of defense and also an offensive force. Ninjas, however, usually fought solo, not in groups, unlike the samurai. They usually used a variety of weapons, such as the kami, which also can look like a normal, average-day farmer sickle, but the metal was much more sharper. They also used metallic fans, and they also used a variety of rare weapons, also including poison and firepower. Ninjas, however, fought stealthily and always fought with surprise, while the samurai, before battle, always shouted out their name, their ancestry, and why they are fighting. Usually it's for the diamonds. But soon after, ninjas and samurai both ceased because due to the European guns